I remember that night clearly because nothing about it felt unusual. It was late autumn, the kind of quiet night when the air outside is cold and the world feels slow. I lived alone in a small apartment on the edge of the city. My life wasn't particularly exciting, just work, home, and the occasional late-night movie. That night was the same as any other. I ordered takeout, watched a documentary about deep space exploration, and eventually crawled into bed around midnight. I locked the door like always, checked the windows, turned off the lights, and lay down beneath the warm blankets. I remember thinking how peaceful everything felt. Within minutes, I fell asleep. At least, I thought I did. When I woke up, the first thing I noticed was warmth beside me. At first, I assumed I had rolled over onto a pillow or blanket. My mind was still foggy with sleep. But then I felt something shift. A slow movement. A breath. My eyes snapped open. There was someone lying next to me. For a moment, my brain refused to process what I was seeing. The dim morning light slipped through the curtains, casting a soft glow across my bedroom. And beside me, half covered by my blanket, was a woman. A beautiful woman. Her long silver hair spread across my pillow like liquid moonlight. Her skin had a faint, almost luminous glow. She looked peaceful, sleeping quietly as if she had every right to be there. But I lived alone. My heart started pounding. I shot upright in bed. "Who are you?" The woman stirred. Her eyes opened slowly. And when they did, I froze. They weren't normal human eyes. They shimmered with faint violet light. She looked at me calmly, studying my face, as if she had expected me to wake. Then she said something that made even less sense. "Oh, you're awake already." Her voice was soft, musical, like she wasn't even slightly surprised. I scrambled backward until my back hit the wall. "How did you get in here?" I demanded. She blinked slowly. Then she sat up, the blanket sliding slightly from her shoulders. I quickly looked away, my face burning. "Relax," she said gently. "You're safe." That didn't help. "You're in my bed." She tilted her head curiously. "Yes." As if that's normal. She looked around the room with interest, as though seeing it for the first time. "This environment is smaller than I anticipated." "What?" Her glowing eyes returned to me. "You invited me." I absolutely did not. For the first time, she looked confused. "You sent the signal." "What signal?" She frowned slightly. Then she looked down at my hand. "Your mark." "My what?" Before I could react, she grabbed my wrist. Her touch was warm. She turned my palm upward. And that's when I saw it. A faint symbol glowing in the center of my palm. I had never seen it before, but it was there, pulsing softly with pale blue light. My stomach dropped. "What is that?" Her expression changed. "Surprise." "Real surprise." "It's active already?" "Active?" I shouted. She looked up at me. "You truly don't remember?" "Remember what?" Silence filled the room. Then she whispered something that sent chills through my entire body. "You were never supposed to forget." The room suddenly felt much smaller. My mind raced. "Forget what?" She released my hand slowly. "The covenant." "I have no idea what you're talking about." Her glowing eyes searched my face carefully. "You're human." "Yes, but you carry the mark of Aurelia." I blinked. "The what?" She pointed to my palm. "That symbol identifies you as a bonded protector of the Varelian royal bloodline." I stared at her. "You just said a bunch of words that mean nothing to me." Her expression slowly shifted from confusion to something closer to concern. "That shouldn't be possible." "Well, it is." I got out of bed and grabbed a shirt from the chair. "This is insane." She watched me calmly. "You really have no memory of us?" "No memory of aliens breaking into my apartment, no." Her brow furrowed slightly. I didn't break in. Oh, really? She gestured casually toward the wall. I arrived through a spatial entry point. A what? She pointed toward my bedroom wall. For the first time, I noticed something strange. A faint circular shimmer in the air, like heat waves, floating in the middle of my room. My stomach twisted. You're telling me that's the portal? Yes. I stared at it, then back at her, then back at the portal. Okay, I said slowly. I'm dreaming. She shook her head gently. You're not. I pressed my hands against my face. Great. Fantastic. She studied me for another moment. Then she said quietly, your memory must have been sealed. By who? By us. I dropped my hands. What? Her voice softened. For your protection. From what? Her glowing eyes darkened slightly. From the war. I stared at her. War. Yes. She looked toward the portal as if remembering something terrible. The war that destroyed 3 star systems. My brain struggled to keep up. You're telling me I was involved in some alien war? You were more than involved. Her eyes met mine. You saved my life. Silence filled the room. That's impossible, I said. You were there, she insisted. I've never even left Earth. Your body may not remember, she said quietly, but your soul does. She pointed again to the glowing mark. That symbol is proof. I looked down at my palm. The light pulsed again. Slowly, like a heartbeat. You fought beside me, she continued. You protected me when the warlords hunted my bloodline. I shook my head. This can't be real. She studied me. Then she asked a strange question. Do you ever have dreams of stars? I hesitated. Yes. Her eyes widened slightly. Burning cities? I felt a chill run down my spine. Sometimes. Silver towers collapsing? My heart began racing. How do you know that? Her voice softened. Because those aren't dreams. She leaned closer. They're memories. My entire body went cold. You're saying, I've been to another planet. Yes. Fought in a war? Yes. And then what, you just sent me back to Earth and erased my mind? She nodded slowly. You insisted on it. I did. You said humanity was not ready to know. I ran a hand through my hair. This is insane. She watched me carefully. You protected me until the war ended. Her voice softened slightly. And then you disappeared. So, why are you here now? Her expression grew serious. Because the mark reactivated. I looked again at my palm. Which means, she said quietly, the war is not over. Right on cue, the portal behind her flickered violently. She turned instantly, her eyes glowing brighter. That's not good. What? Then something stepped through the portal. Tall. Armored. Not human. Its eyes burned red. My heart nearly stopped. The alien warrior looked directly at me, then at her, and growled in a language I somehow understood. Princess Varelia, we have found you. My legs nearly gave out. I turned to her. Princess. She sighed softly. Yes. The creature raised a weapon. Both of you will die today. I panicked. What do we do? She looked at my glowing hand, then back at me. You remember how to fight. I absolutely do not. The alien fired. She pushed me aside instantly. The blast shattered my bedroom wall. Dust exploded everywhere. I coughed violently. What is happening to my life? The alien charged toward us. The princess grabbed my wrist again. Trust your instincts. I have none. The creature swung a massive blade. Something strange happened. My body moved on its own. I ducked, grabbed a metal lamp, and smashed it across the alien's helmet. The impact rang through the room. The alien stumbled backward. I stared at my hands. How did I do that? She smiled slightly. Your memory may be gone. The alien roared again. But your training remains. My palm suddenly flared with blinding blue light. Energy surged through my arm. And for the first time in my life, I felt like a warrior. I looked at the alien, then at the princess, then back at the alien. Well, I muttered, guess I'm not going to work today. The alien charged again, and this time, I was ready. The fight lasted only seconds, but it felt like minutes. Somehow, I knew exactly how to move. Every instinct inside my body guided me, like I had done this 1,000 times before. The alien warrior swung his massive blade again, but this time I grabbed a broken piece of my bed frame and blocked the strike. Metal clashed with an explosive crack. The princess moved beside me with impossible speed. Her glowing eyes flashed as she struck the alien across the chest with a pulse of violet energy. The creature staggered. You remember more than you think, she said. I really don't, I replied while dodging another strike. But my body kept reacting perfectly. Every move felt automatic, like muscle memory from a life I couldn't remember. Finally, the alien lunged one last time. My glowing palm flared bright blue. Without thinking, I thrust my hand forward. A blast of energy exploded from the symbol. The alien warrior was thrown backward through the portal. The portal collapsed instantly. And then, silence. Dust floated through the air. Half my bedroom wall was gone. My bed was destroyed. I stood there breathing heavily. The princess looked at me with quiet admiration. You still protect me. I slowly turned toward her. My apartment is destroyed. She looked around. Yes. My life was normal yesterday. Yes. And now I just fought an alien soldier in my bedroom. She nodded. That's correct. I sat down on what remained of the bed. I'm going to need a long explanation. She walked over and sat beside me. I think, she said gently, your memories will start returning soon. I sighed. Fantastic. Then I looked at the glowing mark on my hand again. So, what happens now? She smiled slightly. Now. Her eyes shimmered like distant galaxies. Now we save the universe again. I groaned. I really should have stayed asleep. And somewhere far beyond Earth, the war had already begun again.